Hello folks, we come to the part 3 video of this exercise 13.1 and we continue with all these trigonometric problems. We had just got ourselves familiar with the trigonometric formulae that works during solving such problems. So let's see now how to go about doing this. Limit as x tends to pi is not something that we like. You know, if you have to apply this thing, your x or whatever is the angle, it should tend to 0, then only you are able to apply it. So we'll do one thing for our convenience. Let's call u as pi minus x and let's see what happens. Let u be pi minus x. So what will happen? As x goes to pi, right? So it's pi minus pi. U will go to 0, isn't it? And then the given now gets converted. As I said, told to you earlier that either you work with u or you work with x. You don't work with both, right? So as x tends to pi converts to u tends to 0. Sin pi minus x, we have called it as u. Pi is here and this is u, and pi, I told you, constants are good, they just move out of the limit, so it will just move out and become 1 by pi. So you have now limit as u tends to 0 in standard form, sin u by u, which will work, this entire thing will work to 1. So it's like 1 by pi into 1, answer is 1 by pi, that's all, our work is done, right? Just a matter of getting familiarized. Now this looks to be cos, doesn't work well. So we should check if the substitution should be okay. Cos 0 is fine, pi minus, I think we go for substitution. I think that's better. Let's check. Cos 0 when we substitute and pi minus 0. So what will come? Cos 0 is 1, pi minus 0 is pi, 1 by pi. Very simple. Nothing to do at all, just substitute. Right. Now how about this? This will call for formulae. Limit as x tends to 0. Will be 2 sin squared x, and this will be 2 sin squared x by 2. I'll again do my checking. This is cos squared x minus sin squared x minus cos squared x plus sin squared x. Right, so minus, and this will be also minus, this and this will get cut, it will be minus 2, right? So what will happen, these kind of, the indirect formulas, I think I'm not so aware, so but then it doesn't take much time to get derived. Okay, so this is what is coming, and these 2's they can get minus 2's, they can cut each other. Now here we have a remarkable property. What is that? Let's call it like this, sin x by sin x by 2 whole squared, so that every time you don't have to work with the squares. And there is this excellent property that sin x is 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2 by sin x by 2, the whole square, cut. So what are we left with? 2 cos x by 2. Can you go in for a substitution? So that's like limit as x tends to 0, 4 cos squared x by 2 when we get the square, and get the substitution. Cos of 0 by 2 is cos 0 itself. Cos 0 is 1, so it will come to 4. That's it, right? It's basically just the application of the formula. Right, now the next case, I don't know whether no, substitution won't be okay, because in the denominator if you substitute x as 0, then sin 0 is 0 and the denominator becomes 0. So I think that will not work. Let's see now what we can do here. Can we take an x common? What is glaringly visible to me is take an x common here. So it's like a plus cos x. The numerator is a very well behaved function because cos, no trouble creation. But this denominator, first of all, substitution will not work. Then other thing is also the sin x, it should have by x, then only we can make it 1. So the by x is one thing, but it's okay. We have learned in a fraction, if you do something in the numerator, do it in the denominator, work is done. So you want a by x, okay, you introduce by x in the denominator, you divide by x in the numerator also, so that your work is done. So limit as x tends to 0, let's have x times a plus cos x, dividing by x here and dividing it in the denominator also. What's the advantage? This and this is cutting, and we know that limits we can always do it like this. So here now it is a on substitution, a plus cos 0. Numerator we have sorted. Denominator b can come out, and limit as x tends to 0, sin x by x. This is going to be 1, we know. So now this is a plus 1 by b into 1, b, that's all. A plus 1 by b, right? We sorted it out. Only thing we should click to you at the right time that you can divide by x, both in the numerator and denominator, so our work is sorted out. Okay, the next problem C can cause generally by substitution it works. I think it will go by substitution 0, yeah, because 0 times 6 0. 6 0 is 1, so it's 0 only, nothing much to work, 0. Let's take this, and whether we can go in for substitution, no. Why? Because again denominator is going to become 0. So it is sin x and sin bx mess. If you have to clear, you have to get the by x. There's absolutely no other alternative. You have to get the by x. So we do one thing, since we are already blessed with this numerator and denominator, let's have the by x both in the numerator and denominator and see how it works. So it's like limit as x tends to 0. First we sort that mess out. Limit sin ax plus bx. We are doing this by x business, and ax plus sin bx by x. So let this limit be here. We'll take it when we require it. Sin ax by x dx by x. This is the meaning. And this is ax by x sin bx by x. All this we have sorted out. Now this is, they are cool, they go off, and this is that messy stuff that it wants ax and all that. That also we can sort it out here itself. Let's put the a here, let's put the b here, b here. Then we'll bring the limit. Limit as x tends to 0, a sin ax by ax. Here there is no need of limit because there is no x term. Wherever there is an x term only, you require the limit. So a plus limit. See, actually limit distributes to both, but then here it doesn't make any sense. B sin bx by bx, and this fully moves out, this fully moves out, and remaining things they become, so it's like a times limit as ax tends to 0 sin ax by ax plus b. You mark the change, okay, over here, and then it's like a plus limit as b bx goes to 0 sin bx by bx. What will come is equal to a, this will be of course 1, so a plus b, and this is also 1, so that's also a plus b. Finally the answer is 1. So that's how this is working out after we get the things solved. That's about the whole solving of these exercises. Now we have now finished till the 20th problem. Remaining problem we are taking it up in the next exercise. Thank you. Next video.